Hi, it's Naomi here with another episode of Your Freedom Steps, How to Release Addictive Compulsive Cycles, particularly around food. And I am calling today from beautiful Providence, Rhode Island in the United States. And you can see the big buildings out there and the bustle of the city going on below. And I am going to share today about my journey with releasing sugar from my life. I am a self-professed sugar addict, and for 10 years of my life I was in active sugar addiction. This meant that no matter what I did, no matter what change initiatives I brought into my life, what diets, what different things I tried, I would sooner or later be back binging on chocolate, sweets, cake, crunchy nut cornflakes, all sorts of different things. And it was very, very stressful, very discouraging to be caught in this cycle. Very exhausting. Now, lots of things shifted and changed in my life, thank God, for the better, and I'll share more about those in the videos that come, and I have already shared many of those things. A very significant part of it was learning how to be mindful in my body, to really slow the whole thing down and listen to what was happening. Another massively significant thing was discovering internal family systems and finding out that I wasn't actually just one me that was crazy about sugar and just doing these crazy things. It was more that I was a multitude of different parts, and one part of me was very hooked on sugar. Other parts of me felt differently about sugar. Other parts were ready to release it. Other parts didn't even care about it. Other parts were very, very critical about the fact that I couldn't stop with it. Lots of different parts, all arranging themselves in a cluster around my behaviour with sugar. So what changed was that I started, through using internal family systems with myself in my internal world, I started to really begin to understand and communicate with this part of me that was so hooked on sugar. And it started to feel my curiosity, my genuine care, my genuine openness, and it started to trust me. And it started to open up to me about why it did the things it did with food, why it did it with sugar. And it started to reveal to me that it was protecting other parts of me, parts that were young and vulnerable and easily triggered by life, easily kind of spooked, that felt very lonely, that felt very sad, that felt quite trapped. And it also started to feel my confidence and my authority, and it started to trust that actually I could do a much better job with these parts than it was doing with all the chocolate in the world, all the ice cream in Italy. It started to realise that actually I could take care of these parts, and it could relax and do a role for me that was actually much more valuable, much more creative, much more full of ease. And I'm so grateful to this part of me, because it's still there. It's still not actively addicted anymore, but it's still there, kind of showing me sometimes that I'm someone that's vulnerable. I'm someone that needs to really prioritise my self-care. It'll sometimes give me a bit of a warning. And that warning is good, and I take it as good news. I take it as a sign that I need to slow down, that I need to take care of my inner world, that I need to go inside and see what's happening and take care of myself. So and also, by the way, I needed to release, and I did release sugar from my life completely, and that was very much in parallel with this process of getting to know the parts of me involved. So if you're interested in this content, if you've enjoyed it, if you've liked it, if you're curious about it, I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, Your Freedom Steps, and also to post a response to this video, a question, a comment, and I will reply personally. If you have a question, I can even create a video out of that question. So again, I'm Naomi from Wallowa Therapeutic Coaching, here to help you release burdensome cycles around food and weight, and holding your hand every step of the way.